by the very fact that we surrender what comes out of our, basically our minds, out of our unconscious. And again, it's no big deal to, like when I'm thinking, geez, I wonder if I set my timer, that's an irrelevant thought to just release. But the way that God uses centering prayer to deal with our toxic beliefs is through, I think, what God allows to come to our minds. And so, like I mentioned a little bit about like those 7 deadly sins, like I know early on, I had to confront the fact that I had a lot of anger that was suppressed in me. And that was coming off of being divorced and just feeling like, geez, I'd been done wrong. And so, that people that I was upset with would just come into my mind while I'm supposed to be praying. And even if you don't catch your thoughts, a thought just becomes, you just kind of reimagine what you would have done if you could have gone back in the situation, what you would have said differently and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then you just realize like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking this stuff and I'm in God's presence. And then you're like, whoa. But then the way you get healed is then you realize like, wow, I just had this really bad, disturbing thought. And I know that God knows that I just had that thought and God hasn't left and I'm just sitting here. And so maybe I ought to forgive myself too for having these kind of thoughts. And so you slowly release the junk on the inside, whatever you struggle with, you just become aware of it instead of pushing it back down and